This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and it was the night before Christmas, playing Esper Control, with cards picked out based on a Christmas Carol. We're going to do a little holiday video here for all of you. I've put together an Esper Control list based on the classic Charles Dickens tale, A Christmas Carol. And if you'll indulge me in doing something both a little silly and ridiculous as a Christmas treat to all of you, for I know this video will have not many views, going up against the pure magic that is family goodness and good cheer, which is fine. I get it. But this deck is built to tell the tale of A Christmas Carol expressed through magic cards. So we have, of course, our hero, protagonist, antagonist. Here is Ebenezer Scrooge, Jace, the wielder of mysteries. I've thought about different characters, but for some reason Jace to me just sings as kind of a snobby rich dude who needs to rediscover the meaning of Christmas because he's caught up in numbers and paperwork, for those of you who follow the lore. And his partner in running the firm, Jacob Marley. We've got Dovin, Hand of Control, who is going to come back as, of course, as a spirit, like in the classic tale, and tell Ebenezer what he must do to change his ways. The ghost of Christmas past, present, and future. I've picked out Narset, Parter of Veils, for seeing into the past. Teferi, the ghost of Christmas present. Honestly, he could have been any of the ghosts, being a time raveler, but he gave me the vibe of the ghost of Christmas present the most. I guess I should take this quick moment to share that my favorite tellings of A Christmas Carol, there's Mickey's Christmas Carol, Disney version, that's the one I remember. Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol, my mother's favorite, that she watched at absolutely every Christmas. Those are the two that I've seen the most, so we've probably been inspired a good amount by those. And then we have Liliana Dreadhorde General, who is my ghost of Christmas future, mostly because that scene takes place in a graveyard where Scrooge confronts his own mortality. And I think that Liliana would make you see into your own mortality very well. And that scene at the end, we're going to call the Ethereal Absolution, when Scrooge learns he must change his ways and has this epic experience. We have some Basilica Bell haunts for the other spirits who just kind of hang around in the story. We needed something to fill the deck, to be honest. Here's Bob Cratchit, the overwhelmed apprentice who has too much work to do for Jace, aka Scrooge, and his son, Tiny Tim. I don't know why this just worked for me, but it does. Maybe there's a better one you can suggest in chat, but here's Tiny Tim, Fibblethib the Lost. When Scrooge wants to get out of seeing the spirits, Dovin vetoes that, so we had to put this in the deck. And of course, Ebenezer Scrooge is mortified by the evil ghosts, but Scrooge realizes that there are some thoughts he's just kind of suppressed in his past that has made him the crotchety old man he's become. And see, they've just kind of been erased, and the ghost of Christmas past makes him confront them. You see, there was once a woman, and of course her name was Belle in the story, but here her name is Kaya, because I had to find somebody to do this job of being the crush of Ebenezer Scrooge. And Belle, of course, wants to be with Ebenezer. He wants to be with her, but he finds a new love in his life, which is money, there was an oath, you see. They were going to get married, and he was going to take her on honeymoon, but Ebenezer just got too much into the cash, so the oath was unfulfilled, and then he must face, of course, Kaya's wrath. And then our hero slash antagonist, protagonist combo, Ebenezer Scrooge Jace, kind of withdrew into himself and needed the ghost to help show him the way. So that's the deck, that's the tale, that is A Christmas Carol. Let's play some games. New deck too, very professional. Not enough land in this hand to make the magic happen. That's better. That's better. Can't cast the Bell Haunt because of islands. It's part of the tension of this deck. I am definitely not arguing that the deck was perfectly constructed, but I did feel a need to have spirits in the deck as well as the blue planeswalkers. So we can put something back, and since this one's a little unlikely to be cast, what's more unlikely, the Bell Haunt or the Narset? On the play, I think I should keep the Narset. You can go. You're a little expensive at the moment. Tiny Tim Sleeves, aka Fipplethib the Lost. The Passage finds a mountain. Let's erase some thoughts, shall we? I always see that it's the blue-red deck, and there's Ionize, there's Brineborn Cutthroat. I think if we take away the protection from the Cutthroat, that's the best thing we can do. Gadwick is a little ways away, and Narset can really mess with it. And yes, I will keep... Will I keep another land? I need a blue land. Let's be greedy. Let's be Ebenezer Scrooge greedy here today. That Cutthroat's coming down, so let's drop Teferi. The opponent can respond with the Cutthroat. We can bounce it with Teferi. The opponent can Scorching Dragonfire the Teferi, but that leaves Narset unattended. And if we draw a blue source, Narset should be very good. Yep, there's the Dragonfire, and it means the opponent can't recast the Brineborn Cutthroat this turn. Oh no, we can't cast our Narset. It's a tragedy. Should have kept the Bell Haunt. Could have kept that Swamp I binned with Thought Erasure. We'd be rolling in 3-4 goodness. Okay. Go get our blue source. That almost, did you see that? It almost clicked on the wrong thing. That scared me. Alright, here comes Cutthroat. We'll grow the Narset. The opponent may just kill this, but we got them to put their Brineborn Cutthroat on the battlefield. Wow. That surprises me. Okay, what do we take? I think now a Thought Erasure for the Gadwick is the best idea. I can also cast it the same turn as an Oath of Kaya. Ow. The Hand of Control. Jacob Marley. Alright. That's not right. Z. Undo. Undo! Alright. It scared me. They know about the Thought Erasure. They're going to quench anyway. I'll just decline. I have another. Give me your Gadwick. Give it to me. I demand it. Alright, now it's too big. That's a problem. Double Gadwick? That's rude. Alright, well, this fell apart. Our opponent, I think, had some perfect draws to play against my strategy that I did not anticipate. And it all fell apart. Where is Kaya's Wrath? We need it now. Now! Any land would be very helpful here to get us more time. Okay. So, we can do this. Nail that. We can shock for this. Here's the Hand of Control, who can neutralize this.
I'm excellent in your... well, not.
Now that will give us a little gain drain from Oath of Kaya when the Brazen Borrower goes after the Dovin. But we still need to find a solution.
But I doubt you can do better.
Ha! Alright. Here's Narset. Another Cutthroat. Gas for days. Miss! Well, that's going to be game. Probably. I guess we can still try to draw a Wrath and hope it works out.
Perhaps a pair of stilts.
Can't believe we whiffed with the Narset. That seems pretty unreal. Down to 5 and attack for lethal. Yep, you got it. Game 1. Ooh, go get a black and then hit some thought erasing and never cast my Bell Haunts. Sounds great. Oh, we drew this. We don't have to use the passage for white here just yet. Let's hold off. Abzan, Hero of Precinct 1. Let's dance. Triple freaking thought erasure? Seems a bit much. Yeah, let's grab the other hero for now. I'll take more land. Any more land is good. And we'll see if our opponent hits the land drop. No, they do not. Continue to erase your thoughts, Ebenezer. Alright, Oath of Kaya can come down without a target, so we'll take that. Another land seems fine. So we're not going to shuffle up this turn. Next turn we can get planes, and the turn after that we can get planes. And we can cast most of our deck, for which that will be nice. We'll go grab you. I don't have an immediate answer to the Lich, so let's get that out of the hand before we Oath of Kaya this hero. Third Thought Erasure. It's getting really empty in the brain. Alright, now we can Oath of Kaya away the hero after we get another white source. Opponent could target their own creature with Mortify, right? Yeah, they could have. And that would keep me from gaining life and they'd have a 1/1. Just something, just a little play that could have made a difference, I suppose. Probably not a big difference, but a difference. Let's keep getting the black sources. Now this takes Veto down, but I think that's okay. Now we'll bring out the spirits. For whom the bell tolls. That's what I think when I see the Basilica Bell Haunt. Wildborn Preserver. Interesting combo with Hero of Precinct 1 and a multicolor spell to make a giant elfy fox rider. And we say go. What do you think? Do they have a way to grow this at instant speed? I doubt it. I think I attack and see what happens. They want to commit resources to trying to ambush the Bell Haunt. I'm okay with that. Alright, Mortify's fine too. Want you again. They discarded another Garrick, so they have something they like to protect here. Vraska. Vraska won't do them much good. It can take out Narset though. So it could be frustrating. To Fairs. Alright. Send you after you. See what the opponent does. Ooh, chumps. Okay. So, we'll play Teferi the Time Raveler. We'll bounce draw with Oath of Kaya. We'll replay Oath of Kaya. We'll target Vraska. So if Vraska minus is here to kill the Teferi, Vraska is out of there. And here's Assassin's Trophy on the Bellhaunt. Okay. Good thing we run 6 basic lands. And Vraska's going to plus. It's a good call keeping Vraska around. Ooh. 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 The ghost of Christmas yet to come. Bring in the beats. Time to change your ways, Ebenezer. That's fine. Not afraid of a Johnny with no creatures on the board. We'll attack a Johnny to death. I'll use the veto only to protect Liliana at this point. The win con is online.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
Johnny, you always got something to say, but you never seem to do too much. The Vraska could tick down to kill the Narset, but I really don't mind if they want to keep drawing cards with the Vraska. I'm actually going to slow roll the Narset. I have good cards in my hand. Narset can be 2 cards later or 1 card now. Okay, we're going minus on Teferi. Teferi already drew a card, so did his obnoxious job. And the minus from a Johnny will proliferate put a counter on the Druid and grow the Vraska. Alright, that can take out the Vraska. Let's see if the opponent's willing to defend their Ajani. They are. They are maybe not. They do have to think, well, I have to attack this Liliana, otherwise it's going to ultimate, and this game is going to be terribly over. Let's bounce the Kaya, play the bounce game we played earlier, and shoot down Vraska, the Golgari Queen, and the opponent has had enough. Well, that's a lot of Narset and Teferi. But we get to look for the right lands with Temple and Thought Erasure. On the draw, this hand may not be good enough, but I'll try it. I have enough Planeswalkers that I really want to run Interplanar Beacon, but chose the Basilica Bellhaunts instead, which definitely don't make Interplanar Beacon a very good option. Let's just face it. The deck was a work of flavor, not a work of competitive mastery. And we're going to face the cat immediately. Nope. What do you think? Are we going to draw a 3rd land? Will we ever draw a 3rd land? Or will we die not knowing the beauty of 3 lands from our 26 land deck? It looks like we're going to play that top tier Menace Jund cat. Alright, well, we drew the land. Life is already looking up, although we don't have the land for Narset yet. Let's definitely get rid of that Mayhem Devil. Well, actually, Mayhem Devil's a really good Oath of Kaya target. Murderous Rider can take out one of our Planeswalkers directly, although it's tempo negative, and they don't really want to play it. I think it's still better to just take the Devil. Because if they draw a second Devil, you never want to let them have one. It's so scary. And that is our blue source, so things are going okay. Anytime. And we take 1. Shaggy got there. What do you think Shaggy drew? So, Shaggy has Murderous Rider up. We can't play Narset this turn anyway, but our choices are Oath of Kaya or Teferi Time Raveler. If I play the Time Raveler, they can't Murderous Rider it, and we could bounce the Cauldron Familiar. Then on their turn, they might Murderous Rider the Teferi. Then they don't have the Murderous Rider to deal with the Narsets, and we already drew a card with Teferi. So I think I like that play. Plus it distracts the cat. I know that bouncing a cat isn't the finest and greatest, but it's a thing. It's not nothing. Could be worse. So we'll see also if the opponent has the third black source to replay the cat and play the rider. Or if they decide to do something different entirely. They have a tapped guild gate. Nice. And you see them lining up their murderous rider. There it is. Now it's Narset time. I don't really want to shock to play Narset, so Passage can get us an island, and shuffle Liliana back into our deck. More Teferi. Yay! Let's go. Let's just say something we don't want to Teferi bounce is a Murderous Rider. Oh no! Combo assembled! Oh no, they're doing the thing! I don't have a lot of answers for the thing. But I do have an Ethereal Absolution somewhere in this deck. Let's see if we can find it.
Keep an open mind.
Well, we have the Wrath. We can do that for now, but then the cat comes right back. So that's not particularly impressive. I think more Teferis, just more card draw. More. We could also play another Narset and keep digging, but the opponent can attack it down. But if they tap their Paradise Druid, we can target it with an Oath of Kaya. Maybe that's what we just want to do, is Oath of Kaya their face? So that if they attack Narset, we get the drain. I like that. I can make that play. Since we have a backup one and Teferis to bounce our own Oath of Kaya, and our opponent doesn't have many draw things, I can't target the cat. The opponent will feed it to the oven. It won't be good. You don't want to do that. But getting an Oath of Kaya established to keep our life total high in the face of this oven, I think is the right move. The cat came back. Frickin' ghost cats, man. Frickin' ghost cats. All the time, am I right? Am I right, people? Alright. I'm right. I know I'm right. Okay. Druid attacks face? Okay, cool. We can shoot the Druid. We can also shoot the Murderous Rider and keep the opponent from gaining life. Mana is a big deal to them. Life total is a big deal to them. They're both axes that you can attack on. True Basilica Bellhaunt. I'm sure we can catch the opponent with a card to discard if we're patient. So this turn feels like I should play Teferi Time Raveler. And I should probably play Narset too. We already have an Oath of Kaya on the battlefield. Although, dealing with something here is probably a nice idea. The opponent can just put it in the oven so I don't gain life, which is really frustrating. Let's try attacking on multiple fronts. If I bounce your Paradise Druid, will you put it in the oven and keep me from drawing a card? Because if you do, I get a free Oath of Kaya on your Murderous Rider. Okay. They do not. In that case, let's keep the opponent attacking my Planeswalkers instead of my face. And play another Narset. Opponent's going to take a moment now to do their cat combo. Ta-da! The spirits are assembling. A Thought Erasure, and we have a Teferi. That can get rid of the oven. We also have Teferi Bellhaunt if we find an untapped land. Alright, here come the attacks. A few more drains. Teferi Bellhaunt actually can't get rid of it because the opponent can draw a card with the castle. But Teferi Thought Erasure works.
You show remorse, I'll show restraint. Let's try this.
They didn't use it. It's kind of weird. So yeah, if we play the Bellhaunt, then the opponent can, in response, activate the castle. And if they do that, well, that's a good card. I don't want to waste the Scry, I suppose, so we'll play this tapped. It does take us off double spelling next turn, but single spelling is just fine. Ooh, they found that right on time, but we still have a Narset. They'll have to kill the Narset. They also did not activate the castle. It would still work. Narset only stops the first card you draw, not the second card you draw, not the first. Alright, so now that we have an Absolution, and there's a Midnight Reaper on the field, we might not want to play this right away. Gotta get this Reaper going somehow. We could also try to set it up so that we could play Absolution and Narset on the same turn. So how do we handle that? We could play the Dovin.
Here goes nothing.
Actually, the Bellhaunt is a big brick wall to this board, even if the opponent doesn't have any cards in hand. Ooh, we could Oath of Kaya. The opponent draws a card and then Bellhaunt it. Hype. Alright. And then next turn, we can Narset and Absolution if our opponent draws another Reaper or something. So here's your card. Give me your card. Again, the opponent can activate the castle in response, but they missed it last turn. So let's see. Of course, they shouldn't activate the castle in response if they didn't draw a good card. Let's see. It's just a forest. No big deal. All right. We've got the biggest threat on the board. I'm all tapped out. I'm done doing my turn stuff. Would you like to draw a card? You would. Sweet. There you go. Feels good, man. Temple. Check your top. Keep it on top. Alright, they have something they like. They have another Paradise Druid. Ooh. This Absolution is getting juicy. Juicy like B.I.G. in the 90s. Juicy. Okay, boomer. When did Gen X become boomer? So rude. Well, Teferi's going down for reals, but we can block off this Murderous Rider. Which was the only thing that the Absolution was not going to kill. Murderous Rider goes to the bottom. What a ghost. Actually, I don't have enough mana. So, we're just doing this. That's fine. I thought I had more. I miscounted. Goodbye to your things. All creatures your opponents control get -1/-1. Creatures you control get +1/+1. 4 mana, exile a card from a graveyard. If it was a creature, I get a 1/1 white and black spirit creature. Change your ways, Ebenezer. Alright, our opponent finally made a food. They can bring back this cat. Now they have a Vraska. Now they brought their cat back. Their cat is dead. Would have been better off sacrificing the food token to Vraska, I think. Opponent having a moment here. Wait, what? I think I won't forgive this is appropriate. They blew up the Oath of Kaya, after all. Alright, Liliana time. We could also exile this cat and play Narset. Actually, I like that a lot. See if the opponent wants to block to save Vraska here. Here's Narset. Here's a Mortify for later. Scry. I'll keep that. It's all coming together. What a beautiful story A Christmas Carol is. Neat. You got me. Aw, don't draw a card. Don't sacrifice something. You won't draw a card. You won't draw a card. Don't do it. Cringe. Don't activate the... No, don't... No! Ebenezer. Ebenezer Scrooge. Let's bring out the belle of the ball here, Ebenezer himself. All right. Your go. Mayhem Devil's been found. A little late. A little late. Miss Lethal. Don't worry about it. It's part of the plan. Part of the plan. Oh, don't be salty. Don't be salty that my Christmas Carol Esper Control. Don't be mad. It's all for fun in the spirit of Christmas. He says as he casts Liliana General and BMs his opponent by not getting lethal last turn. And attack down to 1. And the last card is, of course, Gorvold, who draws no cards. Give me your kitty. Exile your kitty. Oh look, it's Bob Cratchit, just in time for doom and gloom.
A little death never hurt anyone.
They do get to draw 1 more card. And smash. Our opponent's going to go first. This hand is a little slow, but it has the colors we need. I think that's all it takes for me to be like, Snapkeep. We'll play the tap lands and try to avoid taking damage from them and hit passage on 4. Although, never mind, we drew a scry land. You go to the bottom. We need some interaction. More planeswalkers is not the answer just yet. We'll see you later, Ebenezer. We gotta do some work before we can tell your tale proper. Oh my god. This hand is terrible. This hand is not good. Not a questing beast. Anything but a questing beast. Yorvo. Your go, Yorvo. Very fun to say. Paradise Druid. Feeling frisky. Time Raveler, excellent. Alright, let's get another blue on the battlefield so we don't have to fetch one with our passage. And we can play Narset if we need to. And let's set back the Yorvo. Belle! I mean Kaya. Don't have any 1-drops right now to pick on. So I don't think she's a very good play. I think it's better to get the Bell Haunt down. And I don't have to take the damage to do it. We can go get the Plains or the Swamp. I guess the Plains makes more sense since our Watery Graves produce the black mana. And let's start hitting them with Bell Haunts and try to buy time for Liliana. Or Kaya's Wrath. That would be nice too. The Great Henge discarded. Dear Lord. What is coming? I smell trouble. And trouble it is.
My side. I can't lose a fight.
Okay. I'm pretty happy with that minus. If we draw an Oath of Kaya, we can kill this. Mortify. Mortify is good. Is another Bell Haunt to do more blocking better? If I draw a land next turn, I can double spell. Right now, single spelling isn't going great. I'm definitely playing this tapped. Yeah, it feels like I should haunt again. Just to hold off this Paradise Druid, or possibly trade with it if the opponent decides to suit it up with the Vivian. And their hand is good. They discarded the frickin' Great Henge. And then maybe we can spam back-to-back Lilianas, kill all their creatures, and look for a solution to the Arcbow Ranger. Well, they drew another Forest. Okay. No, not that! Anything but that. Oh my god. Well, that's the Mortify. We need land or something else playable off the top. We need to double spell.
Get out of the way if I were you.
Single spelling is not going to get us through this game. No blocks. Down to 7. 6/6 Yorvo on the field. We drew the land. Liliana leaves us dead, unfortunately. If we mortify the Questing Beast and attack with the Bell Haunt, the Paradise Druid will block to save the Vivian. At that point, this can be an 8/8 or a 9/9. If we shock to play a land, we can't deal with it. We need to block, and we need to not get trampled. How do we do it? I suppose my best chance is to play a Narset, try to find something, shock, play a Mortify, hope the opponent, I guess, distributes their counters poorly. We could also play Kaya and gain some life, and then Mortify. And maybe the opponent would go after the Kaya. But we do have to do this.
I can get rid of anything. Living, gone.
And now we'll hold off on the Mortify until the last possible moment, and try to stay alive. If the opponent gives both of these trample and attacks with all, we can block the Bell Haunt on the Druid, mortify the Yorvo, take 6 from the Questing Beast, and not be dead. And then maybe Vivian can kill the creatures. Or Vivian, Liliana, can kill the creatures. Poor Kaya. She went out here to die, I think. To Questing Beast. Although if I can make a block and keep her, I will. Okay. That's not good. So, the opponent's going to kill my Bell Haunt, probably? Yes. So now we have to top deck... Let's see what the opponent does here. They can just kill me by double plussing on the Questing Beast. Let's see what they do. Are they super smarty? Are they big brain? They are not quite big brain. Almost. Now we can top deck Kaya's Wrath. Shoot down the 8/8. Go to 1. Bye-bye, Kaya. Oh my god. Dun-dun! No questing beast. No questing beast. No questing... It's a pelt collector. Okay. Okay.
We're fit enough to survive.
We're fit enough to survive. Alright. Teferi could bounce this, but it would be my only play for the turn because I don't have enough to play Narset and Teferi, so let's go, big. Let's go, lady.
The undead make great minions. From battle to the grave.
One frickin' life. Don't questing beast me. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Alright. Oath of Gaia! Nowhere to go but up. Let's play the Oath and target the Vivian.
Lucky for me, I like a fight.
Now we got up to 4. Still dead to a questing beast. I don't think... There's not a way to not be dead to a questing beast, so we may as well get a Narset down and use it. Our opponent might pull some great henge nonsense. What? What? 4 lands on the bottom of the deck. That's something to keep in mind if and when we draw a Fabled Passage and think about cracking it for thinning our deck or not. There's 4 lands on the bottom of my deck.
I'd get out of the way.
Yes! See what Narset finds. Mortify at this stage seems better. Make another zombie. This is hexproof. I can't deal with that. But let's play Oath of Kaya. Zap down the Vivian. And say go, and let's just hold up the Mortify for the questing beast that is sure to be top decked at any second. There's the henge. Told you a henge was coming. Now we need to be clingy with Narset for sure. What else you got? Attacks. They want me to use the Mortify. I could double block and kill this druid. I could single block it and still have a zombie around and bounce the druid. Reset it. That seems okay. And I draw a card. This way I keep some pressure on the opponent. Oh, we drew another Oath too. I think we'll just play the Oath then and keep pushing our life total out of range. Keep holding up Mortify. Not losing my Narset to a questing beast. Narset's holding off the henge. The noose is tightening. Our opponent made one little misjudgment. One little mistake. There's the beast. Alright. Let's speed up the clock.
Let us march into battle and make new comrades. Rise and shine.
And the opponent wants to scoop it up. They've seen plenty. That's enough for them. Well, we're on the play with Planeswalker spam. The ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future are all here. Let's do it. Oh no, not mono red. This is not a good hand to fight mono red with. Okay. You know, whatever. It'll be fine. It will be totally fine. Yep, at least that's a good target for Teferi. Steamkin is one of their only targets that's really good to bounce. And believe it or not, Bob Cratchit, the Overwhelmed Apprentice, may actually be good. has something to do some blocking out here. I guess we drew you in the right matchup. Opponent committing a shock to Teferi. Okay. So let's play our apprentice. I'll throw him for a loop. We do have another land, but we don't need it. We actually have all the land we need. We have to put Cratchit and Tiny Tim together one time. We have to. Alright. Here's Teferi. Keep bouncing your runaway Steamkin. Trying to build up to Liliana here. Trying to resolve Narset in a time where it doesn't kill me. Oh no. Well, we'll have to answer the Torbrand, but at least our opponent's on an empty battlefield. What could we find? I don't have like a 2-mana removal spell in this deck. I think do I play you first or second when I have a Scryland here? So definitely the Liliana next turn. And because of that, let's play Fibblethib first. Because if we draw an untapped land, we can Narset this turn too. Bellhaunt's not bad. Bellhaunt gains life. Life gain good. More Bellhaunt good. Alright, if our opponent only plays one creature, then Liliana is awesome. One creature. One creature. Take one for the team, little man. One creature. Crap! 2 creatures. Oh no. Alright, what do? We can Bellhaunt our opponent. We're probably going to... how do we run them low enough on creatures that Liliana gets the Torbrand? We could also just slam Liliana and make some zombies. I think I like the Bellhaunting idea better. We need to cut them back on resources. They still have plenty. They still have plenty of cards to play, so they're probably going to kill me this turn. Discarded Light Up the Stage, for God's sake. For God's sake, there's the Mortify. Alright, if we live the turn, we have a chance. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go now. Yeah, we're gonna feel this. Trade there. Down to 7. Land. Almost. Crap. It's a lot of pain. And Bone Crusher is the game. Might be the last chapter of our Christmas Carol. Either we'll get to 4 wins here, or we will not. We will retire with 3 wins for this janky control deck. Really? Mono red again? Well, we didn't have Oath of Kaya's in the last game. Maybe they will help us more. I'll keep anything that's a land here. Can't really afford to miss a land drop. This Jace is a terrible draw, unfortunately. Yeah, their hand is perfect. Pretty unbeatable. We're taking another 5 minimum next turn. Let's go ahead and resolve a Thought Erasure. Skewer, Cavalcade, Torbrand. Yeah, we're dead. I'll take the Cavalcade. Hope for the best. Keep the Wrath. Try to scry our way through it. Next turn, play Oath. Following turn, play Oath. Try to be alive. We're going to take 8 this turn. Minimum. from the skewer and the creatures. Not a lot of Christmas spirit in this red mage, I can tell you that. I can tell you right now. Alright, my turn. Give me that. Shock face. So, a little tip, red mages. I shouldn't be helping you, by God. God knows you need it, though. You can shock your own creature there and prevent me from gaining 3 life. That is like lightning bolting my face. It is much better to shock your own creature than shock my face in that spot. Their draw is impressive. They're really doing it. Guess I have to keep the land. What am I doing next turn, though? Nothing. It's really bad. It is the land I need, though. What are we going to? 2? 4? 2. Yeah. That sucks. I think I'm going to gamble. I'm going to gamble that my top deck is better. This is definitely killing my Christmas spirit. Okay, top deck was better. Could have used that a little sooner, but what can you do? Now, can we top deck to Fairy? No. But we drew the land for Liliana. Still only on 1 blue, unfortunately. Here's Torbs. Torb Brands. Let's draw some cards.
Get out of my way.
Boo. Wrong land, too. Deck has been brutal today, but there, our opponent starts hitting land, and now we've kind of got a chance. Another Oath of Kaya, a Teferi to bounce an Oath of Kaya, a Basilica Bellhaunt. Oh, we can't find X with Y, can we? We'll take the veto, but we don't have the mana for it, which is really scary. I could Kaya's Wrath, gain a life, draw a card. Let's wait 1 turn. They run Skewer, but they already drew 2 Skewers. I'm gonna take a chance they don't top deck a 3rd Skewer. Spitfire. Okay. Cool. Prevent all damage that would be dealt by target permanent. Or more Liliana. I don't think Liliana is leaving the battlefield ever. I'll take the Dovin. Alright, let's attack. And let's Wrath. We gain 2 life, draw 2 cards, and kill the Spitfire. We drew it, but we could also hold up the veto. Just gain life every turn, and I probably can't lose. Just gain life every chance I get, and I probably can't lose this game, regardless of whether or not I have a counter spell available. Nice top deck.
Good help is easy to find in war.
And the opponent's going to pack it in before they get to see Jacob Marley and Ebenezer Scrooge go to work together. I hope that you enjoyed this Christmas-themed Esper Control deck and that the tale of A Christmas Carol fills your Christmas tradition somehow. If you have never seen it, wow, why are you watching me? Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol is one of my favorites. It's old, it's folky, it's corny, it's a tradition. I don't know what yours is, but feel free to comment on your Christmas viewing or reading traditions in the comments. It would brighten up my day. And with that, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.